Nuclear sites, shown in yellow on intelligence maps, highlight just how tense the situation has become. So far, this is an air war between two old regional enemies, Iran and Israel. But the geopolitical weight of this conflict reaches far beyond the Middle East. The United States, as Israel's main ally, is now being drawn into the equation. Iran, for its part, has explicitly stated that it holds not just Israel responsible, but also America, and particularly President Trump, accountable for the current escalation. The chances of the U.S. becoming more deeply involved in the conflict are no longer theoretical. In reality, the U.S. is already involved. Over the past 24 hours, American forces have reportedly been helping Israel intercept and defend against Iranian ballistic missile strikes. Should these strikes intensify or expand, the likelihood of the United States being pulled in even further increases significantly. What may have begun as regional skirmishes now carries the potential to evolve into a broader confrontation with global implications. Steve Witkoff, President Trump's special envoy, was scheduled to meet with Iranian negotiators today to continue discussions surrounding a potential revival of the nuclear deal. However, in light of the attacks and rising hostilities, those talks have been abruptly canceled. The prospect of diplomacy is quickly fading, and with it, any certainty about the future. What was already a fragile process is now on the verge of complete breakdown. Iran has long maintained that it does not seek to develop a nuclear weapon. Yet the current crisis may force a dramatic policy shift. Analysts warn of a perverse consequence, that Iran, feeling increasingly isolated and threatened, might now move toward weaponization of its nuclear program. In such a scenario, Iranian leadership may view nuclear arms not as a tool of aggression, but as a deterrent, a guarantee of survival in a region where being unarmed could mean being vulnerable to further attacks. The grim irony is that in seeking to avoid war, Iran might choose to build a bomb. The logic is brutal but clear. To avoid being bombed, Iran might decide it must possess the bomb itself.